Bourbon Barkeep Lounge. Got ourselves a house call Wednesday. If you're new here, my name's Curtis, and we do just blind pours that are randomly generated, so I have no idea what we're doing. And I could say that outside of the channel as well. I have no idea what I or we, since there is two people on this channel most of the time, what we're doing. You know, just going about our day, drinking whiskey. So there's worse things to be stumbling around doing, I guess. So we got no labels, no age, no proof, just guessing and hoping we're right. So we got a scoring system that we'll talk about in a bit, but until then, it's time for Glass A to make its appearance. While we give a little swirl here, go ahead, like, subscribe, and yeah, that's about it, I think. And stay for a bit. So let's see what we got. It's like cinnamon sugar toast, lightly toasted toast. A lot of vanilla, like maybe even like a candied vanilla type of thing. So not like the pure stuff, like you're supposed to be pure, but you're just vanilla. Very bright. Maybe some like peach or pear kind of going on. It's a very bright nose. You know, when you start getting some of the brighter noses, your mind starts to go a little younger, but there is a nice thickness here, that nice cinnamon, vanilla, that white sugar, and a little bit of toast. That's where I'm at. I like it. I had a lot of cinnamon sugar toast growing up, so brings me back a bit. Let's see if it matches the palate. It's nice. Goes a little more rich on the palate, which is good. Nice long finish. A lot of cinnamon up front, maybe like a cinnamon gummy bear. The richness is welcomed. I was a little worried how thin this was going to be. Overall kind of mouth coating, which was great. The fruit, instead of your pear peach continuing, it kind of morphs into more of a red fruit, maybe like a strawberry or cherry. Yeah, I like it. It's kind of like that, maybe the strawberry and or cherry Pop-Tart. You know, you smash them together with the vanilla icing. That's still kind of there. The brightness still kind of continues, although it does come down in darkness with more of maybe like a light brown sugar. So it's early in the day. This is actually first sip for a change. So let's see what sip 2 has and see if it continues with the brightness. Sip 2, I'm gonna stand with it. It sticks with the red. I feel like I got a little bit more raspberry kind of coming out on this one. Still the cherry. Kind of that toast, that light toast kind of continues, so you can kind of venture into the Pop-Tart, the parfait world, if you will. Get that cinnamon icing on there. The finish goes very dry in terms of, instead of these red bright fruits, you're getting more of like a leather and tobacco. The oak comes through a little bit more, but I'm still gonna guess that this may be on the younger side for how bright most of this experience is. Nice finish, nice Kentucky hug, not overpowering, but my guess would be 110, something like that, maybe even like a 107. Overall, really enjoyable, very bright. As I pick up glass 2, we are on a different story. This is like maple syrup. Dear Father. Whew. Yeah, those are different. Those are different tones. Let's see what we got on the nose on glass B. Whew. Yeah, that's different. That's thick. That's molasses. That is maple syrup, molasses, dark brown sugar, very sweet on the nose, a lot of dark cherry coming through. That's a very different nose. That's Captain Obvious here, but that is an adjustment at this point. Yeah, that is a chocolate covered banana with I guess dipped in molasses at this point. Let's see what the palate has and we'll go from there, but this is intimidating. That has a gentle touch. That's a gentle giant. I like that. The nose translates perfectly to the palate, which, are you lacking complexity? Not always a bad thing. Definitely not boring. Sits on the tongue for a very long time. Dark chocolate, banana, some oak. I would say like a burnt brown sugar at this point. That's very viscous, and I like it. I like it a lot. I'm gonna revisit, go for sip 2, see if anything else comes out, but now that I know I'm not gonna have just the doors blown off of me, I'm excited. Sip 2 had the same, but had a little more like a creme brulee coming out, like this nice creamy vanilla with the burnt sugar on top. I hope you didn't know what creme brulee is, because now you're wiser. The finish goes even darker to where I feel like it's kind of like those dark chocolate espresso beans. Here for them. If you haven't had them, do it. Enjoy them. Great little snack. That's what this is on the finish, to where it has kind of that bitterness of the dark chocolate, but not in a harshness, like a lack of quality by any means. This is night and day. That's not going to be an easy score, I feel like most of these have not been. So here's what we do. We have a bourbonbarkeep scoring system that I'll flash up on the screen probably when we come back. Goes through the senses, the palate, enjoyment, experience, all the stuff. And then we do bang for the buck. So depending on the prices of these bottles, this could swing one way or the other. Are we getting what we paid for? Since I don't know price, that's discovered later. And then would I pay more? You get a little extra credit, if you will. But I'm going to revisit, because Glass A, we'll see. We'll see what comes out. Could do well. I don't know. So let's get some water in us. Hydrate, cleanse, back, score. And yeah, back. Yes. Ready to score. Not a ton new, so we'll revisit Glass A just real quick. Tasting notes wise, that cinnamon sugar toast really kind of reigned true, still on the nose. And then kind of this caramel pear. Like if the carny just saw 2 green things and picked up a pear real quick and dipped that in the caramel. Kind of like that. And then ends with still kind of that tobacco, leather, and brown sugar, so it goes a little darker. What I do like to do is kind of equate some of these pours to different times of the year, to where I could definitely see this being kind of this nice summer pour. I feel like that kind of gets a bad rap because it's not this dark richness, but there's a place for these summer pours, and I did highly enjoy it. I would fear that it's a little unmemorable depending on the price would be my issue with it. So without knowing the price, based off of senses alone, I think I would go 74. I mean, it was good. I can't put it too close to great. With it being a little unmemorable, a little what I think is youthy. It's good. I'm really curious on the price. I'm hoping it's not over $60. That would be my hope. Glass B, on the other hand, remained true to kind of what was already communicated. So still kind of that dark chocolate, still banana kind of throughout. The espresso bean, I was kind of here for. This one, after dinner and spring, fall, winter, maybe not like the dead of winter. Like it wasn't hot. It wasn't that hot. There's just this dark richness that I just really enjoy. Kind of that candy bar to where it's kind of in my wheelhouse if you've been watching the channel a bit. So this one, I'll go 78. Very close to great. Maybe it's mood, you know, where like I could taste this like a week or two later and put it into the 80s, low 80s. Let's not get carried away. It's not fantastic, but this is kind of one of those times where you're tasting and you're like, I feel like I could enjoy this more, but today I'm going to go 78. So as we mentioned, this is random. So now I need to start finding out little tidbits like price. I still don't know what age and proof. I don't really know how to kind of work those in to help here. I also don't want to give anything away either. So we just kind of reveal price. So I got a laptop, so I got to look down. So the randomizer gave me 168. I got, here we are, 9 and 54. Quick validation. I poured it right. I was a little scared for a second there. All right, so we got Glass A, $75. And if I remember right, I was hoping it was 60s. So that's not awesome. Glass B was 60. Okay. So if those were flip-flopped, this matchup would be slightly more interesting with bang for the buck, but it's not. So 50 being kind of our baseline. Do I feel like I got $75 with? Slightly. I'm gonna go like 57 as the score, because I know that's confusing with all the numbers. I definitely wouldn't pay up. You can, no age, I'm just gonna go, 57. So just slightly above average to where I enjoyed it. Like some of the tasting notes, I will reach for it, but kind of where I'm at, sadly. Kind of rooting for it as well with the cinnamon toast. Glass B, we said $60. At $60, I definitely got my money's worth. Depending on availability, this is probably something that I would keep on the shelf for ever, hopefully. Especially at that price, I would pay slightly above. Like I said, I think if I could flip-flop the prices, that's where I think I would have them. So knowing that, I'm gonna go 68. Like I think it definitely punches above there. I'd be willing to go up. I definitely get it. 68 may be low. To be fair, with the senses and bang for the buck, Glass B takes it. I don't know if I could give Glass A a win on nose, palate, or finish, but it's still a really good pour. All right, we beat around it. Let's see, what is it? All right, so my Google Forms drop down. I got Redwood Empire Pipe Dream Cask Strength, 115.8 proof. Let's see. That's not age dated. I don't know. Dang it. Can't even give him credit for that. Old Forester 1920 at 115 proof. So same proof. Old Forester definitely drank 115, 120. Glass A, what did I say? 110? It's a little under. So maybe that's a good thing for someone out there. So Glass B takes it. I don't know the total score. I flashed the total score. It doesn't matter. I know Glass B takes it. I hope that the tasting notes help you, because if you aren't wanting something super thick, super dark, drinks maybe a little above proof, kind of in a good way, for me, maybe you give Redwood a try. I did enjoy it. It's always tough going on here because when you enjoy the loser, they still lose. But it's just, when you're probably a craft distiller, you probably can't charge what Old Forester is charging. So I get it. I'm rooting for him. Definitely try him at a bar. I'll give you that. And then go from there. We'll see what next week has. Cheers.